Hello, my name is Dominique and this is Homesteading for Three if you are new. Today we're going to be doing some breakfast prep. So I'm actually going to be making 12 breakfast sandwiches that we can freeze so that we have an easy, convenient breakfast. I'm sorry if you can hear my dishwasher, it's really loud, but I have a really easy way that I learned how to do from a recipe I saw online, and it makes it super easy to make a lot of breakfast sandwiches at once. So I got these turkey sausage links from Costco. They're fully cooked, so all I have to do is heat them up. And then I'm actually gonna be making the eggs in a sheet pan. So that's really exciting. I got this 18 pack of English muffins from Costco as well. So what I'm gonna do is spray this with some nonstick spray. I'm gonna set it aside for a second, and I'm gonna crack 12 eggs into this bowl, and then I will pour them into that sheet pan. So they're basically gonna bake like in a giant rectangle, which is gonna be really nice because then I can just slice it up into pieces and put them on the breakfast sandwiches. Okay, so now that I have all those eggs in there, I'm just gonna put a little splash of milk, and then I'm going to whisk them all up. And then the trick to pouring these eggs into the sheet pan without spilling them everywhere is you pull out the rack of the oven, and then you set the pan down, and then you pour the eggs in and push the rack back in so you don't spill it everywhere, which I think is super smart. I don't think I would have thought of that on my own, to be honest. So I'm just gonna make sure all these yolks are broken up, and we're gonna whisk it together. I'm gonna add some garlic salt too, because I put garlic salt in everything. You can go. Just trying to wait to go behind my video. Oh, okay. All right. Looks pretty good. I think with these sausage links, I'm gonna cut them in half the long way so that they'll sit on the breakfast sandwich better. But let's get these in the pan. So I preheated the oven for 350, and they're gonna cook for 12 to 15 minutes until the egg is solid but not too brown. All right, I'm gonna pull the rack out. I'm gonna really do my best to not make a mess here. No, as long as I don't spill. Oh no!
And then you did the one thing you didn't want to do.
It's because it was like uneven a little bit over there. It's okay. It'll be okay. Okay, so while those eggs are cooking, we almost had a major crisis there, but it could have been worse, and it's fine. So we are going to cut up all of these English muffins, and then I'm also thawing the breakfast sausage because those are completely frozen as well. So I'm gonna cut these all up and we can just do kind of an assembly line thing once everything is cooked. So I think with the breakfast sausages, I'm just gonna thaw them because they are fully cooked. So I think I'm just gonna thaw them and cut them in half lengthwise and then put them on there. I'll probably put the, I think I'll do the egg and then the cheese and then the sausages on top so that the cheese can kind of melt over the eggs. Okay, now these sausages are thawed, so I'm gonna just slice these up. And then once our eggs are done, I'm pretty much gonna be ready to assemble. Ooh. So that's awesome. All right, the timer just went off. Let's see how the eggs look coming out. Oh my gosh. That looks awesome. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. You can actually see like the corner, how the corners look. It's literally like a little egg cake that I can cut up. It'll be super easy. I love it. All right, so we have all of our sandwich elements. So I have all my English muffins. I have 2 different kinds of cheese. I have cheddar and Colby Jack from Costco. And then I have my sausages, which as you can see, I have them the long way. And then I have my eggs. So the first thing I need to do is cut these egg patties, I guess you can call them, into 12 pieces. So I'm gonna do my best here. It's not gonna be perfect. I've never claimed to be perfect. I think that's pretty good. So this is what I'm gonna do for each sandwich. So I'm going to take a little egg patty. Look how perfectly that fits on there. And then I'm going to take a piece of cheese and I'm going to do half of these with cheddar and half of these with Colby Jack. I'll put that on top of the egg. It fits perfectly over that, which is cool. And then we're going to add our sausages on the top of the sandwich. So we have our little breakfast sandwiches. So I'm gonna do that with all of them and then we will wrap them all up so that they are ready to go in the freezer. All right, we ended up with 12 breakfast sandwiches, which is awesome. So the way I'm going to store these in the freezer is I'm actually gonna wrap them in paper towel first because, let me see the best way to do this. Because when you heat these up in the microwave, in my experience, it heats up a little better when it's in a paper towel. So we're gonna wrap them each in paper towel and then I'm gonna wrap them in saran wrap. So I'm just gonna do this kind of like an assembly line. I'm gonna wrap them all in paper towel first, and then I will wrap them in saran wrap. All right, we have done it. We have 12 breakfast sandwiches that are ready to go into the freezer. Super excited because this is gonna be ridiculously easy breakfast if I don't have a lot of time in the morning. It's just gonna be awesome. So I appreciate you hanging out with me. Oh, side note, this only took about 45 minutes. So really it wasn't a big time investment and it's gonna save me, especially in those mornings where I want to like stop at Starbucks and get a little breakfast sandwich, or at Quick Trip and get a breakfast sandwich. Quick Trip, if you know, you know. They have great breakfast sandwiches, but I can make them myself and it's cheaper. So thank you so much for hanging out with me while I did a little bit of breakfast prep. I'm working on making some room in my freezers, so I'm kind of taking up some room now, but I want to make some room in my freezer so I can do some more freezer meals, like dinner meals as well. So stay tuned for that in the future. If you aren't already, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe if you want to follow along for more cooking and prepping and food preservation and gardening type videos. But I really appreciate you. Thank you for being you, and I hope you have a great week. Talk to you later.